It's no fun to get lost when you're trying to find what you're looking for, and it is very frustrating. But there are also many different ways you can try and find places and find the place you're looking for. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes. And today in this video, I'm gonna go over my top 5 ways to find places. So we all end up getting lost and we hate it, and it is very frustrating because it takes us forever to find the place we're looking for or the place we're meeting people because we don't know where these places are. And it is very frustrating. So I wanted to make a video that is very helpful to help find places, because I've had a few friends ask me questions. How do you find places? How do you know where to go? So I wanted to make this video to teach people how to get to places that they need to be and what to look for when they're looking for a place they need to be. And what also inspired me to do this was my frustrating birthday dinner story, which if you did not see, I will leave the link in the description box down below so you guys could go check that out. And it was a story about how one of my friends was trying to figure out where to meet us because she didn't know the restaurant that we were meeting at was, and then she got frustrated and wanted to go to a restaurant she was familiar with, but we couldn't go to the restaurant she was familiar with, and it just turned into a ball of frustration. So I have a full story about that, and if you didn't see it, the video will be linked in the description box down below. So I'm gonna get started, whoops, and I hope you guys find this video helpful. Number 1. So number 1 in my list would have to be look up the address, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever avenue, and it's just important to look up the address for the place you're looking for because you need to know where the place is, so then you know what you're looking for. Like, let's say you want to go to a certain restaurant and it's on 1, 2, 3, 4 Paul Avenue, and you need to figure out where 1, 2, 3, 4 Paul Avenue is. So it's just a good idea to look up the exact street that the place you're going to is at, because then you get an idea of what street you're supposed to go to instead of like going all over the place to find each and every street. Really frustrating. And trust me, I have a bad habit of going from place to place, trying to find it, going in circles instead of like using a map. But I'm still kind of in the learning. Number 2. Number 2 on my list would have to be remember the landmarks. So this is super important because let's say you're going to a restaurant and you need to know what the building of the restaurant looks like. And let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and and it's just a good idea to actually kind of look up a picture of the restaurant, or let's say the store you're going to, because then you get an idea of where it is, and then you don't have to go from building to building to building to building to building to find that place. Or if you're going to someone's house, you need to know where the house is. Excuse me, that was my tablet. And then you don't go from house to house to house to house to house finding what you're looking for. So a good idea is just maybe like get a picture of what the house or like wherever you're going looks like, because then you can get an idea of what you're looking for. Number 3. Number 3 on my list would have to be stop and ask someone, or if you're meeting someone somewhere, call the person so they can help you. This is really important because there are some people that are nice enough to help you find what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for a certain restaurant, you don't know where it is, ask somebody if they live in the area and they're familiar with it, then they can give you instructions. Or you can ask, like, maybe, let's say, a police officer, or you can ask somebody who works at a store or if they know where something is, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just good to kind of ask people where places are. Like, I live in a very small town, so I get a lot of people asking me where certain restaurants are, and I will go, I could show you where it is, and I'm pretty good at like walking people to places. I'm not the best at giving directions. I'm still kind of working on that. So I like to walk people to places so they know where places are at. Like I remember one time I was working at my job and this customer wanted to know where a certain restaurant was. So I asked my coworker, do you mind if I help this customer really quick? And she goes, oh, sure, that's fine. I'll be right back. So I wanted to kind of show her where the restaurant was. So the lady that asked me where certain restaurant was, to show her where it was. So I walked her over and showed her the landmark of the restaurant. So it's always just good to like stop and ask if you don't know where something is, because there are locals that are willing to help you find what you're looking for, and it's just a very good way to kind of like get familiar with your surroundings and stuff. Number 4. Number 4 on my list has to be use maps. Sorry if you hear some noise downstairs. There's music playing. It's like Irish music, which I really like. I think it's super cool. Anyway, I actually thought there was an alarm going off, which is why I went up for a second. But if you guys can hear the music, that's because my mom's playing music in her room or something, or someone's playing music somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from, but it sounds really good and it doesn't bother me at all. But if it bothers you guys, there's nothing I can do about it. So anyway, number 4 on my list has to be use maps. So your phone has maps on it, and you can use that to help you, because maps is very helpful. And I just actually learned how to use maps the past, I think, 2 years or something. Years ago. I don't know. I just learned how to use maps like a bit ago, and maps will totally help you, and they'll give you like instructions on where to go, and it will like totally help you find your way around. Like if you're in walking distance or you're driving in a car and you need to find a certain place, maps is great, especially Google Maps, because they are super helpful. Or if you have an iPhone, just use maps on your iPhone. Number 5. So number 5 on my list would have to be write down the instructions. So writing down the instructions is a good idea, because there's not a lot of people who are good at reading maps. I mean, I don't really know how to read a map too well. So anytime I'm going to places, I just use instructions to get to places, because I find that's like a lot easier for me. But I am in the process of learning how to use Google Maps on my phone, so then I can get more comfortable finding places, because I have a bad habit of putting myself in circles to get to places I need to be. So maybe just using maps, because maps has very clear instructions to get to places, so you can get where you need to be, and then it's very helpful for you, so then you don't put yourself in circles. So those are my top 5 ways you can get to places. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!